We arrived at Mount Vernon for our candle-lit holiday tour a little early. It's recommended that you arrive at least 15 minutes early, and then you'll wait in the Ford Visitor Center until the caller comes and rings the bell and invites you to join your tour group. While we waited, we were entertained by a variety of different musicians playing period instruments. Anyway, the music was great, very much enjoyed it. We hung out and enjoyed the theme decorated Christmas trees and just kind of keeping ourselves entertained till it was time to go. We met our tour guide at the Ford Orientation Center. It's kind of a warm place to hang out before you enter the period area, the historic area, and they lead you up a lantern lit path into the historic areas. We did stop along the way. We stopped at the slave quarters and some of the other outlying buildings before we entered the Washington Mansion.
The abolitionists, and they were active not only in America but also in Great Britain. And the court case of the time was Somerset versus Stuart. You're ready for it. You're going to go to the photo op. Take a picture of the house. Can you?
As you enter the mansion and you tour through the mansion, you'll meet a variety of 18th century residents of Mount Vernon. Some would be slaves, some are guests of the estate, and they kind of give you a little bit of backstory about who they are and why they're staying at the estate, and then they lead you through the mansion to the main dining room where you will meet Mrs. Washington. She'll give you a little bit of information about herself and the kids and what life was like with then Colonel Washington. And then she asks you to go down to the greenhouse and enjoy the dancing.
You know, I never had to remind my children to think of Colonel Washington as their father. They called him dearest papa from the very first.
What does this look?
They were doing dancing lessons, and no, we did not dance. We just watched it from the windows. It was quite entertaining.
So as you head through the education center and museum lobby area.
After watching the dancers, we stopped to enjoy some of the carolers who were outside, sitting around a bonfire of types in a giant kettle.
Now we must be gone. Blood bless all in this house to meet you come again. For it's your wassail and it's our wassail, and it's joy be to you and a jolly wassail.
After that, we met the famous camel of Mount Vernon, named Aladdin. He's there every year around Christmas time. Colonel Washington apparently had seen a camel in Alexandria, I believe as the story goes, and he was intrigued by the animal at first sight enough to decide that he was going to have one at Mount Vernon every Christmas for his visitors to be entertained and wowed. As we ended the tour, we went through the Donald R. Reynolds Education Center, and they have complimentary ginger cookies and hot spiced cider, which was the hot spiced cider was really good. I thought it was really good. And they're singing Christmas carols, so you can, get a chair, kind of hang out for a little bit. They encourage you to sing along, and it's a nice place to warm up after being out in the cold weather touring the estate. So all in all, we had a really good time. I think seeing it at night with lanterns is a different perspective. I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Just warm.